Welcome to this week's vlog, and if you're watching this for the first time, then welcome to my channel. This is the place where you will find a lot of vlogs and a lot of discussions on sexual development. For this week, I chose something which I in fact thought that I would never encounter, or I was probably naive or probably overly optimistic, but well, in life we encounter these situations. Where I live and where I currently do my work, there is no market and there is no culture for sexual development. In fact, one of the things that I am doing and one of my first objectives with my vlogs is to open up this perspective, at least to get a sense of what it can do for people and have an idea of what is out there in terms of personal development. However, because there is a however here, I did have somebody sending me a link to one website which is very famous here for cheap articles, insulting articles, mocking articles, in essence just this kind of let's gossip, let's put people down, let's bring dirt to whatever they're doing, let's look at the bad side, let's look at the twisted sick side or whatever else they're thinking of, simply because it sells. Okay, there are a lot of people out there who buy this kind of content and who interact, because there are also comments there, it's not just the articles. And yeah, I was featured in that website. When I read it, I have to tell you what I went through, and more importantly, how I reacted and what's my energy right now. Now, as I was reading the article and the comments, and by the way, there was only one comment which I really appreciated, and to that comment I replied. So as I was reading all of that thing, I was genuinely worried whether there are people out there who do understand, even if they come across me for the first time, they do understand that sexual development is in fact, number one, personal development. Number two, it's an effort that you actually put in to read, to learn, to understand what human sexuality is. You would think that this is instinctual. Well, let me contest that. No, it's not instinctual. If it had been instinctual, we would have all been living much more beautiful lives right from the beginning of our sex life, and we would have more role models around us, which is not the case, and we would be more open to admit some things we know, some things we don't. We would be more in the habit of going to various events or classes or trainings or whatever we want to call them, where we would develop, so we would have this muscle of talking about it openly and genuinely, and we would have this muscle of learning, developing continuously, which is not the case with everybody. And it's not just in where I live, it's across Europe, across the United States, across other continents as well. Sexuality is not a subject that we actually and genuinely put the time and the effort to develop. So when I was reading those comments and the article itself, first what I felt was fear. I'm being judged, and I'm being judged superficially because people skip through vlogs or skip through what I was reading or writing, and they just jumped to their conclusion, which was completely not what my work is about. Second feeling that I had was I was closing down. I was hunching. I was going like this as I was reading in front of my laptop. I kind of felt shame to read what those people were saying. So when I finished, I closed my laptop and I was like, okay, breathe in, breathe out. That's not what you're about, and this is not the kind of work that you put out there. But yes, you do know that this kind of shallow and low level of consciousness is out there. That's why I'm doing my work. Secondly, I called a friend whenever I go through trouble. Yes, I seek out help. I reach out to people, to acquaintances, to colleagues, to whomever can help me with the certain or with the particular thing that is bugging me. And then I remembered why I am doing this work and how important it is to me. Instead of telling you this, I want to ask you something. What does sexual development mean to you? How much effort and how much time are you putting into developing yourself? Whether it's through reading, whether it's through opening up to your partner, whether it's through taking on different experiences in terms of food, in terms of workouts, in terms of self-awareness. Developing yourself in this area is not just how many positions you're doing, how much sex you're having a day, a week, or so on, how many lovers you've had in your lifetime. It's not about that. I'll put it out here. You can have just 2 lovers in your entire lifetime, but those people, those partners, those lovers can be the best people for you to develop constantly and for you to feel more fulfilled, to feel more satisfaction, joy, happiness, tranquility. Sexual life can do that to you. It can bring you at peace in a way that you may have never thought of it. And it can help you be more confident in so many other areas of your life. So, how much are you investing in your sexual development? I also did, and it's still running, a sexuality study, and I will put a link to this one below. This one I think is worth your time and your read. And by filling this form, because it's a form in essence, you may get inspired, you may get ideas, you may, I don't know, open up, even if just a little bit, a different perspective for you. With it comes my hope and my energy that you want to develop and that you want to grow and that you don't stay away from this. Whether you read, whether you go to, I don't know, a psychologist. Psychologists can also help you. Whether you go to yoga or Pilates or dancing, or whether you take massage classes like general massage, whether you take aromatherapy classes, whether you take whatever, you can take ikebana classes, that's the art of floral arrangement. Anything can serve as inspiration. That's the beautiful thing, that you can be so creative in your intimate life as long as you develop this muscle and as long as you allow yourself. And take it from somebody who's been through a lot, including being in the public eye, mocked at and laughed at and whatever. You can still mind your own life, you can still grow in your own life, and you can still cultivate beautiful relationships with people who are in the same frequency or who are in the same place that you're in. So until next week, I hope that you enjoyed this vlog. I hope that you share it with whomever you think needs inspiration, guidance, encouragement, or just information. And I hope that you have a brave, kinky, creative, and self-assumed intimate life. And I will see you next week.